Hi, my name is Al Green. Not that one, but the struggling guy who was in the music industry for years trying to sell talent and songs to agents. The agents befriended me and taught me techniques that I want to pass on to you through my program, which is called You Can Talk, You Can Sell. Anyone who has ever taken this program has excelled in selling and either risen to the top of their company, their team, or the top of their field. It's called You Can Talk, You Can Sell, and you can get it right here. If somebody can keep you guessing, does that make you a little bit more interested? If I told you that I had a secret that's going to make you a lot of money, would you want to know? Okay, how about if I keep talking about it, but for some reason I don't really reveal it just at this time? That's kind of building a little bit of a wall of curiosity. And does that make you want to scale the wall? So let's talk about when we're in a selling situation. Everything that we do is to draw attention to the item or the service that we're selling. So when you're in the actual throes of a sale with a customer and you want to make sure you hold their interests, it's often good to lead with something that draws them in but not reveal the whole thing. So for example, if I was selling you insurance, let's say for example life insurance, which I've never sold life insurance. I've sold other types of insurance, but I tell you, look, there's a hidden perk that you might not know about until you get involved and start setting up a plan for yourself. And of course the customer is going to say, what? Now that's part of the aha method. When earlier I talked about the aha method, it's the same as looking at your phone or your device and going, oh my God, you're not going to believe what I found. That's kind of like, well, what? What did you find? Because it causes the customer, you draw them in. And the idea is to be a little bit mysterious, not to give it away. Because that's like giving away the ending of the movie while the person's still standing on line waiting to get in. It ruins it for everybody. It also is why magicians never give away their secrets, because tantalizing you with the little tricks that they do to string you along into their trick is part of what makes it great and fun. If you like magic, which a lot of people do, it's all about, can I do something that's going to get your attention and keep you wondering how did the person do that? And if you've ever known a professional magician, and you do get to find out how they do something, it totally kind of takes it away, because the best ones are the ones that, even though you know how they do something, it still is amazing that they can pull it off in front of you. And that is a secret too. So when we're talking about selling and we're being in a selling situation and you want to know, how can I make more money? That is exactly the secret that I'm holding back, because I want you to join me in the six-figure selling system and learn those secrets. There's the simple foundation and framework of learning what are the three mistakes that most people make, and also what are the three secrets that most people who are in a selling situation need to know. When we're talking about being anywhere, and it doesn't matter what the industry is, if you're in a professional one-on-one sales situation, you are the doctor and your customer is the patient. You have the answers. There's a lot of, we'll see, let's see what we can do, or we may have to figure this out, which is why they always sell you testing, because they want to figure stuff out. And there's a lot of details that go into possibly selling. If you're in the technology field and you're selling something like a programming service, You have to be able to tell them what the outcome is, but you're not going to tell them how to do it, because what would they need you for if they knew how to do it? Is for the same token, a lot of reasons why we watch movies is because we don't know the ending, and it draws us in. A good movie will draw you in. A good story and a good book will draw you in. And how many people really do turn to the very last chapter to read the ending? There are people that do that, I agree. But the question is, did they buy the book first, or did they just go to the store and read the ending? Not that I'm giving away any secrets right there, but one of the things you always want to remember is we are salespeople. We are consultants. Our entire pitch is solving a problem or filling a need or a want, but we're not exactly going to tell you how it's all going to work. Leave that for the details. Remember, earlier I taught about selling the concept. People buy concepts. They don't buy details. They buy concepts. Those concepts are the things that brings them in and draws them in, because they picture. You get them to picture, what is it going to be like when I own that car, or when I solve this problem, or when I'm more secure in my finances, or that piece of technology that I need for my company, or this department is really going to be able to do better if they buy this particular type of tool. Or let's say you're selling a house and you're having to visualize what it's going to be like to live there, to live in that neighborhood. Maybe look at a view, or just look at the surroundings and the possibilities of what you can do with this room and that room. It's all about leading them without giving them the actual answer. However, some people want that answer, and they might buy if you tell them the answer. So every situation is different. In the six-figure selling system, remember, 6 figures starts at $100,000. It's a great starting place for a person who's beginning in the sales career. Entrepreneurs who own businesses would like to make that kind of money as a profit, so they don't have to spend the first 2 years just setting up their business. They would like to hit the ground running, and as soon as possible. I know, because I've consulted for publishing companies, I've consulted for record companies, I've consulted, and I've heard all the stories. I've worked with the people that have made those sales, and we're also the consultants that taught me. So I want to pass it on to you, because there's nothing more satisfying than solving a problem and it benefits you in some way. That might mean the way that you can look at your phone and go, oh, look, here's an answer. This is amazing. I can actually do this. The answer is yes, you can. If you put your mind to it, is it worth it for you to learn so that you can master something? Everyone who's ever been a concert pianist has known the answer to that question, or a virtuoso musician, or somebody who's an expert in their field, whether it is magic, or performing, singing, or dancing, or designing, or selling, or starting a company and making millions of dollars. They already know the answers. And the whole idea is, when we first started in technology buying computers, it was, look, you can own a computer and you can do all these cool things with it. And a lot of people wanted to buy it just to figure out what they can do with it, because they were curious. Some of them were shown, look, you can do this. Could you imagine it? You could sit down with a spreadsheet and you can track finances, and using a simple formula, you can total them up, you can divide, you can create flow charts, all kinds of things that you can do. Same thing when you're selling products. If you look at an infomercial is visually showing you, look at what you can do with this product. It's going to solve all of your problems. And how many times do you run into this problem? Especially if it's a daily problem. You're going to run into it, and you're going to find, hey, you know what? I need answers. I want answers. And the salesperson is going to fill that in. So no, I'm not training Sales Pitch 101 for infomercials. We're talking about real-world, one-on-one, face-to-face consultation that's going to propel you and get you into the area of making those 6 figures or more. Remember, 6 figures goes up to $999,999, $1 below $1 million, and it's definitely possible. Anyone can do it if they apply themselves, and you can do. So join me in the 6-figure selling system.